My grandma has been in the hospital for 2 days and not a single provider has come by to talk to us, update us. We have no idea what's going on, and we just feel like nobody cares about my grandma's health.
We've all been a part of that situation where you have a patient or family member that is super frustrated by something that happened outside of your control as a nurse, but you are the bedside nurse and you are there to listen to their problems and concerns. And so this is how I handle patients or family members that are super frustrated or upset about something. No matter what a patient or family is upset about, it is still your job as the nurse to be empathetic and listen and hear them out. We are de-escalators, not escalators. So whenever someone is addressing a concern with me, the first thing I always do is try to actively make sure they know that I am listening to their problem. Whether I agree with the situation or disagree with the situation is irrelevant. People want to know that no matter what their concern is, you care about their concern and that you're listening and hearing them out. So while I am actively listening to their concern, I'm thinking about what am I realistically going to be able to do to address this concern. Once the patient or family member has explained all that they need to explain to me, I will sort of recap their concerns just to make sure that we're like on the same page. So let's say their concern is that they have not seen a doctor or had an update from a doctor in 2 days. I would say something along the lines of, okay, I hear that you're frustrated because you haven't been updated by a provider. People like to feel validated in their concerns. If it's a frustration or a complaint that I could relate to, like, yeah, that would frustrate me if I had a loved one in the hospital and no one had updated me in 2 days, then I'll say, like, hey, yeah, that would be frustrating for me too. I see where you're coming from. But once I hear their complaint and validate to them that I am listening and I know what their complaint is, then I will say what I can do about it. Sometimes the solution is something that I can actively help with, and sometimes it isn't. So if it's something that I can actively help with, I will say, hey, I'm going to call that provider right now. I'm going to let them know your concerns, and I am going to pass along your phone number so they can call and give you an update ASAP. If the complaint or frustration is something that I have zero control over as a bedside nurse, I will still let them know, hey, I'm going to escalate this to the charge nurse or the provider or the house supervisor or whoever your next in line is for you to escalate this issue to. People want resolutions to their problems and they want to know that you're actively doing something about resolving this issue. Good communication goes a long way, and people like to know that they're heard and that we are like working on a solution to their problem. Even if it's taking a little longer than they would like, at least be communicating that. And those are my tips and tricks. Let me know if you have any questions.